Hey guys, Tanner Flowers here, and we're just now finishing up another brand new crawl space encapsulation right here in Cleveland, Tennessee. And this is the one, if you've seen the past two videos that said severe moisture damage in a crawl space, this is it. We just now are finishing up, and guys, you're about to see what it looks like whenever you have to go inside a home and rebuild the entire floor system due to moisture damage, because that's exactly what we've had to do here. I'm gonna flip this camera around, take you guys throughout the entire thing. Here we go. All right, guys, what you're looking at here is a 20 mil fiberglass reinforced poly, 100% encapsulated crawl space, guys. I believe we had about 22 piers in this crawl space. You'll see his dehumidifier over there centrally located. He still has to install that. Doesn't have it running yet. He had bought that himself. He's going to install that in his own time. To our right here, you'll notice his first of 4 humidistat fans. Those humidistat fans that we install on every job take air from inside this crawl space and send it outside. Whenever this home was 14 years old, they had first started realizing they had a moisture problem. And once they realized that they did have one, they contacted the original builder of the home, which it was built, they told me, in 2000 or 2001. The builder came out here, and just like most everyone you'll ever encounter, didn't know jack squat about moisture problems. And his resolution to fix the problem at hand here was to install some power fans that were actually bringing in air from the outside. Well, guys, if any of you know anything about moisture work at all, you know that that is the ultimate no-no. You never, ever, ever want outside air entering inside your crawl space due to the conflicting temperatures that will always cause condensation. Well, what ended up resulting here, once they had installed those fans, 2 years had passed, they'd come under here to check it out, and guess what, guys? Well, don't guess. Let me insert some before footage right here, right now. Check this out. This house, Isaiah and Chance are both back here working right now as we speak. Check this out, guys. So we're going through this door, the entry from the back porch. So, you know, there's some piers. He was going to take on this entire project by himself. He had already began wrapping piers. He had all these ideas in mind, and some of them were great ideas, and others, not so much. He would have created a problem. I'm not in 100% agreement with putting this foam on the wall. A lot of people are sold on the idea of this being a great insulating factor. Let me tell you guys something, though. How many of you are paying to heat and cool your crawl space? Think about it for a second and get back with me. None of you are, unless you've been foolish enough in my mind to be sold on the idea that you need open vents blowing inside your crawl space. You know, a lot of the newer homes, that's what these people are being sold on. They'll actually leave 2 to 3 access points in the main duct line of the home, blowing the same air that's going inside the home into the crawl space. And let me just educate all of you on something right now. If you've got that happening in your house, also what you've got taking place is year-round condensation, because the air that is within the duct system of your home that is blowing inside your living quarters, that air is always going to be a conflicting temperature as opposed to what the temperature is inside this crawl space. In the summertime, the temperatures in this crawl space are going to actually be cooler than they are outside. And in the wintertime, they'll be warmer under here because when your heat pump is kicking on and off. So, you'll notice this trench over here to my right. Mr. Parker had already began backfilling this with gravel. That's going to have a drain in it right now. Isaiah and Chance are getting ready to start all of that. So there will be a French drain all the way around the perimeter of this home leading to a sump pump, which has already been about halfway completed before we ever got here. I'll have to remove all this existing poly that look at this. This is what people do, guys. They don't know any better. They're trying to do a good job. I've got to take all that off, get all those piers prepped and ready to make them look like what we always make them look. Got a huge trench over here. Isaiah and Chance will be backfilling all that with gravel as well. Here's the pipe for the drain line that they're going to be installing. That's already completed all the way back to right there. So basically, they're going to be taken care of from that point all the way back around to just right over there. And, oh well, can't wait to see the end result of this project, guys. We're going to have a level ground to work with. And as the same for the past few, we're going to have some backfill gravel everywhere. So there'll actually be a 10 mil fiberglass ground liner going down over the top of all this. And we'll be coming back atop all of that with a 20 mil fiberglass reinforced poly. So you're going to talk about like 30 mil thick in total. You'll notice where they've got that foam board stopping. We've got that step over onto the actual foundation wall. And I'll be taking care of all that, detailing all that in, and get a good look, guys, because it's going to look totally different. That hole back there is the original crawl space door. There'll be a new crawl space door built. So we've got a lot of work to do. These floors were completely rotted out. That's why all this is the way that you see it now. So, like I'm always telling you in the videos, you want to let these problems go, then this is what you got to look forward to. Because I've seen this too many times to count over the years. And your home ain't no different than anybody else's. Isaiah and Chance has finished putting up the remaining portion of the foam board that Gary had wanted. Let me fix my knee pad real quick before I go any further. Okay. So if we look overhead here, you'll notice all these are all new joists. I believe all the way down. There is a inside perimeter French drain system all the way around this entire crawl space, leading to a sump pump basin at the entry of the crawl space. This will have a 10 mil ground barrier as well before we put any of the 20 mil up. Let's go forward here. Friggin' knee pads. I was not in favor of the foam board, but the homeowner was. That's what the homeowner gets. These are all new joists. All the way down through here. Something you guys might like to know is that this house was built in 2001. Can you believe that? We are having to currently rebuild the entire floor system of a home due to wood rot caused by moisture in a crawl space in a home right here in Cleveland, Tennessee that was built in freaking 2001. Man, can you believe that? God, everything was rotten. I could reach up here in the wood, but when we start it and grab it and just rip chunks out of it, guys, which you can see that in the in one of the other videos that I posted of this job. Look at this. What moisture does, guys. Look at that. Anybody want to know what moisture damage does to the wood? There you go. Been telling everybody about this for years. Some listen, some don't. Here's you some footage of what the existing wood was looking like. Making our way towards the front of the home now. We're coming up on his second Humidistat fan. That right there is the chimney to the home. Let me turn around right here behind me and give you guys a shot of all these floors. Look at that, guys. 5 weeks of work you're looking at right here. Gotta thank my team, guys. Gotta thank Isaiah Walker. Gotta thank Chance Widener. And I gotta thank my father-in-law, William Austin, for all of our electrical work. Willie does all of our wiring and lighting on every single project. If any of you are in the market for a licensed electrician or licensed general contractor, give me a call. 423-503-0512. I did not build that crawl entry right there. Mr. Parker actually built it. And looking at it right there, Mr. Parker, I would go ahead and make sure that that seals up a little tighter right there. Don't like that gap showing. You want that to seal up 100%. Right there in that corner, guys, is a sump pump basin with a sump pump. It is not plugged up and running yet, but I actually don't even think there's ever going to be a need for it. I would not have installed that sump pump myself. It was already installed once we started this project. If we go along further down this front wall of the home, there's the third humidistat fan in this crawl space. That's a cutback getting ready to go around the porch there. And check this out. Man. You want to talk about hard work, guys, trying to beat all these old floors out of here and beat all these old girder supports. So we had to rebuild all this. So we didn't just have to knock the joist out. No, that would have been too easy. We had to rebuild all of it. Man, getting those girders out and back in really was the hardest thing. And just to kind of give you guys an idea on what all we've done. Okay, you got a 2x12. You got a 1/2 inch sheet of plywood for a spacer. You got another 2x12. Oh, those will have a 2-inch ledge going on both sides of them when we're finished. We've been putting in these joists. We've left a few openings that you see here and here that we're going to use for when we do the encapsulation work once we get all this finished up. We've put down a 10 mil floor liner mostly throughout, which will be completely covered up with the 20 mil. For those of you that do not know, guys, Tennessee Technicians, my company here, was started in 2005, and we have been performing these crawl space encapsulations now since 2008. We are the #1 referred crawl space encapsulation company in all of Cleveland and Chattanooga, Tennessee. If you or anyone you know is having a current problem with moisture underneath their house, or thinks that there's a possibility you may be having a problem, give me a call and I will set up a time with you to come out there and take a look at everything and get you a price together on what it will cost to resolve your problem. Making our way towards the garage right there. That's what's on the other side of that wall. Get up here and turn this corner. Oh. We've got nearly all of the plywood back in place, but some of these here you can still see that we don't have the new plywood installed yet. Mr. Parker's going to finish that up on his own. Let me give you a shot down this middle section here. If you guys would like to see more of our work, feel welcome to visit our website, crawlspaceartist.com. Artist is plural. And you will actually have the world's largest crawl space encapsulation video library at your fingertips. Take a spin through all those videos there. See what these jobs are supposed to look like. Look at that, guys. Doesn't get much better than that. And this 20 mil poly is so thick, guys. Really feels like we're laying linoleum whenever we're under here working with it. We'll go a little further down into here, show you. This is about the tightest spot in the home right here. Multiple companies had been out here before myself. All those companies were bigger than me. But just like all the rest, when you got me coming over to do the inspection, you know it's going to be hard to follow a killer. Matter of fact, if you guys are hoping to get to work and you hear that the homeowner is calling me, you might as well kiss that job goodbye. Because when the homeowner actually has the option of having a group of goons come do a job under their house that's getting paid about $10 an hour, or they can have the actual owner of the company working under their home, who do you think they're going to pick? Who do you think they're going to pick? We're making our way back towards the area where we started here, guys. And we're getting ready to go start on our next project, which is going to be in Cleveland as well. Just over here off of Hunt Road for a friend of mine, Kelly Morgan. So Kelly, your house is next. We're getting ready to get you taken care of. Let me give you guys a last and final shot here. Man, I'll never forget all this. Every joist. Had to do these hangers, man. 3 screws down one side, 3 down the other. 2 long screws here, 2 long screws there. Then have to come back in and put this shelving underneath it. It was just a ton of work, guys. And, man, and I am zapped. Woo! Have to admit, being able to climb up and down out of these floors like this is a lot easier than having to go crawl in and out of that crawl space entry every time. Gary, tell you what, brother, we're going to miss working here. We've gotten so used to working over here for the past 5 weeks. It's almost like we've had a real job. And I've always told people forever, I hate real jobs. That's why I'm always out here making my own. So guys, once again, Tanner Flowers here with Tennessee Technicians. If you or anyone you know has a moisture problem underneath your home, or if you have a nuisance wildlife problem, or if you've got some stumps that need grinded, or if you've got high-speed internet and you're sick and tired of paying a TV bill, all you got to do is give me a shout, guys. You've been seeing me make these videos for a long time, and I don't play. We're the best in the business, and anything you ever hear me say, I'll stand on it, and I'll back it up, and I'll make sure you find out why so many people choose to do business with me. Thank you so much, and as always, we'll see every one of you on the next one.